A wise man once said, opinions are like an anus. Everybody has one. But in my opinion, our shit don't stink. Back to you in the studio, Trevor.
We're back again. It's your boys at the In My Opinion podcast.
Wait.
Come on, I know you're looking around, you're thinking, where's the studio?
What's going on? What's the settings?
We got
What's
a new
the setup?
ambiance, you know, the money's coming in now. No, I'm playing.
Hey, don't chase away the money.
I'm joking.
come.
Now, as you
come.
can see, we're joined by a special guest today, So I'll just introduce myself. I'm your boy Melinda the Fourth, aka Mr. Sukali.
Yeah, I'm DT, aka designated driver.
I'm Uzi, you know me, a.k.a. Uzoma.
Hey.
Come on.
And then our special esteemed guest, looking very bright, looking like summer.
Color coordinated.
I see you, bro.
Come on.
What's your name, bro? Let the viewers know.
Jesse the fucking master barber.
Come on.
Hey, listen to that, yeah. Say louder, please.
Yeah, I know if they heard you.
Are you listening?
Are you listening?
They used to call me Jesse the fucking barber.
Yeah. But
Now, right now, it's Jesse the fucking master
barber.
So you graduated.
Hey.
You graduated.
Yeah. Elevate.
Come on, hey.
That was
You dropped your phone, Jesse.
Yeah,
a
No,
master
so
thing.
we did it streetwise and we did it class-wise.
Okay.
Okay.
I see it.
You get that?
I ain't mad at it.
Certified.
Certified.
Yeah.
Distinction.
Yeah, London School of Barbering.
Come on, I see the certificates.
Where's
I see the certificates.
Where's
I see the certificates.
Where's London School of Barber?
Liverpool Street.
In a posh area.
I play no games.
That's a default. That's a default institutional negligence and by default institutional racism.
Oh. Okay, I think we might need to talk about this more.
Yeah.
I can see where this is going. You're not wasting no time.
But
Okay, cool. All right, so as you can see, it's going to be an interesting episode,
This is why
isn't
we're
it?
here at the end of the day.
All right, so this week we decided to change the ambience. Jesse the Master Barber decided to invite us to his beautiful barbershop. As you can see, I'm loving it. It's looking beautiful. And you can probably tell already, he is our Black Business of the Week. Do you know what I mean?
Yep.
Master Barber. He is designated driver's personal barber.
You
know what I'm
already
saying?
know.
So them haircuts that we were talking about last week for his birthday, that little birthday cut, and he got the little nice little treatment and everything. This is the man that did it for him.
Yeah, it's the one behind it. You know what I mean?
I know we're gonna talk more in detail about your experience and everything, but just for the Black Business of the Week segment, can you give the viewers just one sentence as to why they should come here to your barbershop?
One. It's gonna be more than one. But
Okay. I'll give you two.
Listen, Jez does his own thing. I just let everyone know
Yeah.
about that. He doesn't stick to the whatever he does his own thing. But yeah, go on, Jez.
It's gonna be more than one because of what we're doing. I think, in my opinion, right?
Come on. Plug the thing.
for that.
Plug the thing.
Listen, we are the only barbershop. No, we're not a barbershop. We are the only community hub
Okay.
that is championing mental health awareness in men.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And that's very close to my heart.
And
dope.
One of the reasons why I felt this episode is necessary is because we might be heading for another lockdown.
Yes.
Men are stressing.
Yes.
Stressing.
Men are dying. Men are running mad. Men are getting addicted. This is the time for my kind of barbers
Yeah.
to be well positioned because we're ready.
Yes.
Headlinerz is ready. We're the only barbershop with this community charter here.
Oh, I like that. I see that.
So these are list of agencies where you can seek help from because our barbers here were trained in mental health awareness and suicide prevention.
You don't get that normally.
Yeah.
You don't get that. That's quite unique.
Okay. Let me take you back. I wanted to ask, when you said Black Business of the Week,
Yes.
how would you define a Black business?
That's a very interesting question.
Yeah.
Very interesting question. So the businesses that we've been putting on the map are mostly businesses where we know the owners and we know that obviously they are Black ethnic minority. So far, that's how we've been defining it because a lot of the people we know, they personally own these brands.
In my opinion,
Right.
Headlinerz is neither white nor black.
Okay.
But who's it owned by?
Forget ownership.
No, but I'm talking about like, wait, one sec. I'm talking like from our perspective, that's
it is
what.
driven by an Igbo man.
Yeah, by what?
An Igbo man.
There you go, yeah.
We are industrious by nature.
Come on.
You
Yes,
understand that?
100%, yeah, I understand.
Yeah, I don't need to go to London School of Business. We originated business.
100%.
Okay.
It's inbuilt, so let's leave that. What I'm saying is, this is a community hub that caters for basically men.
Yeah.
Men.
So it's not just solely for black men. it's
Yeah,
for all.
regardless of your...
Our barbers are...
Yeah, multiracial.
Yeah,
I saw you
yeah,
had
yeah.
a barber that, you know, was
We are the only
Spanish,
one
yeah.
doing it in the community.
No, that's true. And I think we didn't even plug where it is. It's on Greenwich High Street, isn't it?
Yeah, Trafalgar Road.
Yeah.
Greenwich High Street.
Opposite the Tesco, you know, that's where you can find it. And
What- Sorry to cut you off.
No,
No,
go
but
on.
what? Yeah, that's another thing I was even going to touch on, especially what Jess touched on, yeah, earlier in terms of the mental health.
yeah,
One of the reasons why I felt like, again, it was necessary for us to actually do this here was because I feel like generally barbershops, for many years,
yeah,
for men, it's been therapy. It's
Yeah.
been a getaway.
Yeah.
But the problem is, it's so crazy because you have to kind of be educated and have the knowledge to as an owner of a barbershop, right? To identify that. I feel like a lot of barbers, they don't understand how important they are.
Yeah,
Does
for
that
the
make sense in the
community.
community? But
100%.
Jess is educated. He knows.
I can see it.
And then
you know?
he carried, and
Very
that's how I feel
prevalent.
like, yeah, exactly. So now I feel like, yeah, you know what? People need to hear this. We need to, yeah.
Plus, we have a team.
Yeah,
A member of director here is a mental health nurse,
Okay.
okay,
right?
yeah,
So we're not just acting the part. We're acting the part because we know what it is.
In a qualified way. Yeah.
I
If
appreciate
we're
that.
giving advice, we're giving professional
Professional, yeah.
advice.
I hear that. So is it a thing where a man could come here and discuss openly, or it can be private conversations as well?
This is what we're doing. We're trying to look at a place where a man feels happy to come to. You look up to it. The basement has got a spa.
Oh, okay.
You do
Wow.
You do
Y'all don't know that, do you? Hey, listen.
How are the happy endings?
Listen, they don't know.
I'm sorry, that's a joke, but take it serious.
they want you touch my staff, you in jail. But what I'm saying is, you got your pedicure, manicure,
Okay.
full body massage, haircut.
The whole
So
You
the
don't
whole
you don't
package.
need to explain to your girl or your wife like some men just because they want to avoid the trouble,
Yeah.
they don't treat themselves.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true.
yeah.
I want to go to the spa and just be myself.
Self, yeah.
And she's gonna tell me, why did you book you and I?
Yeah.
Come on,
Why
man.
you go by
Yeah,
yourself?
yeah.
We're telling men, listen, we'll help you fight this fight. Come.
We're all in this together.
Hey.
Listen, this is where we need to have the conversation. Men are running mad.
They are.
Forget the fake smile you see on the street.
Poker faces
We
everywhere.
all stress. I have my woman stress. You have your woman.
Everybody.
Everybody's got it.
Yeah.
Let's not talk about my own.
So what? If anyone has got Boris' number,
Yeah.
just pass it to me because I need to.
I don't know
You need to
to
talk
him,
to
I'm not
him.
gonna lie.
Yeah, I want to say, leave barbershop like us with mental health capacity to deal with.
Uh-huh.
Leave us open, not necessarily for.
Because this is not
cutting
just a
hair.
barbershop.
Yeah.
Yeah, not necessarily for cutting hair. Let's use it as a getaway center for men.
Okay.
As long as we can make it function in a safe space.
Okay.
And
I
abide by
appreciate
the,
that.
So
the guidelines.
We, from our website, we can book you in if you need to talk to somebody. This is a safe space.
I appreciate that.
You want to come listen to some little jazz, soft music.
I love jazz.
Come,
Come
Teddy
here.
Pendergrass, you know.
as long as we're going to be safe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what I would ask. Like, if I was the mayor of Greenwich, I would make it happen.
But look at the setup though.
You
I
can
mean,
be-
and you have this setup to back it up. Like, how you in here and not feel comfortable and not feel like, yo,
I feel comfortable.
do you know what I mean? And you can't say the same for like a lot of
Barbershop.
out there.
Yeah, I like what you just did there.
Plugging the team.
Listen, no,
Okay.
we've had a lot of conversations.
Where we'll learn fast. Where we'll
Yeah.
have honest conversations. It doesn't cost you a thing to pick the truth.
100%.
Sounds like our podcast, to be honest.
There you
like
go.
our podcast.
There you go.
But you know what? So what I will say then, first of all, maybe this week we'll call it Business of the Week.
Business.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
We'll call it Business of
How's
the
that
Week.
sound for you then?
And the reason why you should choose Headliner Barbers is because...
Why don't you call us Community Champion of the Week?
Okay.
Ooh.
AKA Community
So it's a
Champion.
business of the
Headliners.
week, AKA Community Champion of the Week.
Because
Yeah.
this is what we're about, the community.
I
We're
appreciate
bringing back the community.
Okay. And I would say, fellas, if you're watching, come check them out. You know, Greenwich High Street, Trafalgar. Is it Trafalgar Street? Yeah.
Fargo Street.
Trafalgar Road.
Oh, Trafalgar Road,
sorry.
opposite the Tesco's. You'll find them here. It's a community hub. Come get your spa, your
will
nails.
not be
You
disappointed,
said
I
manicure, pedicure, nails done. Doesn't matter what color you are. They have barbers from
We're getting
every
that
nation.
section
You know what I mean?
ASAP. ASAP. I said we're getting the basement started.
Yeah, it's getting
ASAP.
ASAP. All
I'm not
right.
gonna lie, the first time I came here, just one more before we move on from here. First time
Yeah.
I came here, and then you know what sold me, right? Apart from the trim is A1, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
But then, and I was like, when I was like, boom, 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 trim, and I was like, okay, boom, it's done now. Dust.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, boom, trim's loving. I'm about to get out. And man just kind of like, you know when you're trying to get up, man
Yeah.
just kind of push me. I'm like, oh, there's more? Like, this is after like, oh,
Yeah.
there's more?
Uh.
And man went into the little thingy and pull out a towel, hot towel, blood, and then all over, I was like, whoa!
like, wow, I've never been
and then
treated
like,
like
you're
this.
just, listen, already I was gassed. I was like, okay, I was thinking to myself, my barber,
He's gonna have to get
my
replaced.
ex-barber now, you know what I mean?
Listen,
and I was
we
like,
did-
let me go downstairs. Yeah, Jesse, you got a toilet? Okay, I went downstairs. Man saw like a whole spa set up down
You
there. I
were
was like,
thinking,
whoa!
my gosh.
I was like, nah, this place is something.
Man,
It
them
is
come
something.
through.
Oh, we're
Come
coming.
through, yeah?
Something.
Okay, so we're gonna move on swiftly to our hype of the week. So our hype of the week, basically, I mean, you should know because you're our #1 fan, so you should know the setup.
Number one
But-
fan.
But for someone that's watching for the first time,
Hype of the week.
every week we try to discuss something that has been going on, spoken about in social media land. And obviously this week it is the rule of 6. You know, and you touched on Boris Johnson that you want his number. He's imposed the rule of 6 in England.
I don't even understand that.
Oh, he's never.
You don't
He wants to ask you, yeah, God, what's your take? What's your take
Yeah,
on that
so
rule of
obviously
6?
that rule was implemented for England. You know, the devolved nations, Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland, they can decide their own rules. But
So
for,
what? Do you know what they've decided
for England?
for Scotland
Wait.
and the rest?
One sec, sorry. I want Sukali to kind of break down in terms of for some people out there,
Okay.
again, that's under the rocks. That
Uh-huh.
not, you know what I mean, innit? What is the rule? What does it entail? What if you break the rules? What does it? Do you know what I mean? What is it?
Okay, let me tell you what the rule of 6 is. So
Just before we dive into it.
first of all, it only applies indoors. Yeah. Sorry. Not. Okay, let me
Are
start.
you sure we're not breaking it?
No, there's just 4 of us
definitely
here.
we
There's
good.
just 4 of us here.
Don't worry.
Definitely not breaking.
Yeah.
I mean, if we were breaking it, why would you bring that to the
listen, I don't know. He's just working for the FBI or something.
You hear him
like-
say, wait,
listen.
community champion.
Listen,
Yeah.
Listen.
Okay. So let me
We
tell you what
should
it is.
lead by example, you know.
We
No,
are.
we
There's
are,
4
we
of
are.
us.
Corbyn apologized. Was it yesterday or?
Who? Corbyn?
Yeah, he broke the same rule.
Who?
No, but he wants to
Jeremy?
explain quickly.
Yeah,
Okay.
He
Boris
wants
Johnson
to
broke
explain
the
quickly.
same rule as well.
It's not his dad, but he wants to explain quickly what our rule of 6 is. Yeah,
Okay,
go on.
rule of 6 is either inside or outside in England, you
Okay.
can only meet with up to 6 people. Okay? This does not include schools
Okay.
or churches.
Okay.
Yeah,
And I
or
believe
place of
think
worship.
Sports centres
Yeah.
are okay as well. Like.
Sports centers as well, because they have their own kind of social distancing.
Yeah, that's right.
The rules apply to children as well.
Okay.
So even if you have a baby, they are part of the 6. Whereas in Scotland, I think is the rules, the children are not under 12 are not part of the 6. So I don't know if Corona asked for ID before.
Oh, listen, this
before
Corona
it,
year.
Before it comes to infect people.
This Corona year. Cool.
Can you meet your friends in the park? Yes, but only 6 of you.
Corona's man them.
Can you go and see your grandparents? Yes, but only 6 people, okay? And your grandparent has to be within your support bubble. So that is basically the rule of 6 for England. So do you agree with it? Do you think it's going to help us bring down
It's gonna save us
the
from this
coronavirus?
this pandemic.
If there's anything that's gonna save us, it's gonna be common sense.
Come on.
So wait, are you saying the rule of six is not common sense?
I don't understand. I don't want to talk on what I don't understand or what I cannot defend or what I cannot sell. What I can sell right now is common sense. This thing, you come too close, you're not wearing your masks, you're going to get it, wear your mask.
It's airborne, yeah.
Wash your hands. If it's not necessary, don't go. If we all work together to say, okay, let's try, let's sacrifice something, let's make sure in the next 3-4 months, whether we think the government is right or wrong, support them. There should be a sort of coordination because we cannot be a people of, oh, they're talking shit, hey, I do what I want, Listen, we're suffering it now. It's affecting businesses.
But then there's an argument that the government are trying to control us, and that's why people are doing protests. People that are against the lockdown, they feel like the government is trying to control their liberty and stuff like that.
I've noticed that the more, I think people are just getting foolishly wiser, in my opinion.
That sounds
Foolishly
nuts.
wiser.
Can you elaborate on that?
I've never heard of that.
Everybody is a broadcaster. Everybody is everything now.
Everyone's woke.
Everyone's got a platform now, yeah.
So you're responsible for the information you're taking.
But don't you also think you're responsible for the kind of information you put out there as well?
Exactly.
Okay.
So what about people that have got family of 8, 9 that live in the same house?
Well, the 2 people's got to go.
I think, yeah.
What does it say about that if you've got a family of 8?
2 people's got to go, innit?
That's why I say
No, if you're a family, so your support bubble, that's fine. They're in your bubble. It's you coming out of your family now to try and
There
meet
can only
other
be 6
people.
different bubble.
Yeah, there can only be
Okay.
6 people. Do you know what I mean?
And what's the fine? What's the fine?
Oh,
How do they know
I'm
that?
hearing something like
It
10,000
starts from 200-300
Let me see. So,
and grows.
to
So
10,000.
I think your first offense will be 200 or 300.
Repeat
The
offense
yeah,
keeps
it's
going up.
£200, yeah.
Yeah, the next one
10K for-
increases.
Yeah.
But
So,
go on.
no, you just said, so do you agree with the rule of 6? You said support the
He
government.
doesn't
whatever.
understand it.
Listen,
You don't understand it or you don't agree with it?
I don't have proof to say rule of 6 is shit.
Yeah.
I don't have proof to say rule of 6 is fantastic.
But you follow it.
I just use my common sense. If I get off the bus,
Yeah.
I use my sanitizer, I wash my hand. If a customer leaves, I wash my hand, get ready for the next client.
Okay.
We'll make sure we use this disposable aprons. Not too many barbershop does that on this road.
That's true.
At the point, I felt like writing other barbershops on the need to up our game in terms of sanitary standards. Because if any shop here tests positive, it's going to affect
everybody
other
else,
shop.
yeah.
Oh, you talk about the capes that you
Yeah,
got?
yeah,
use disposable capes,
yeah, that's a good
disposable
point, you know.
aprons.
I
Yeah,
think a
but
lot-
most of them don't do that.
They just use the
use
same...
the normal one.
We use scrubs. We don't wear, because you're supposed to leave the barbershop. If you love your family, you should put them first.
Yeah.
You don't use the same clothes.
That you came in.
Yeah, you've been standing in the barbershop,
in contact with several people during the day.
blah, blah, blah. Yo. If I step in, I run to my boy, innit? Yeah.
Okay. So,
All of that, you need to go home clean. So here at the Headlinerz, that's why we come in, go to the staff locker, you change up, get into your work scrub, get into your crop, get your disposable aprons on, get
And then do
ready
your
for
job.
work, get your max on.
okay. So on the flip side, what do you think about the 10 p.m. curfew? Do you think that's going to stop? Does Corona know the time?
The thing
That
is,
it's going to
the
stop
thing
at
is,
10 p.m.
if
It
you-
doesn't affect
if you
people?
if you want to get high, and still not catch Corona, make sure you leave the pub before 10.
Yeah, because...
Why?
because if you definitely would test positive a minute past 10. You were still in the pub.
That's exactly what I'm
It's
saying.
dumb,
Corona
innit?
is very educated.
But that's what I'm saying. Corona's man them.
It's
Corona's
very- yeah.
human. Like Corona's
Corona
a
knows.
human.
I need to speak with Boris. Then I go have a chat with Corona. I will get this thing sorted.
So didn't it? I have them in the same room so we can talk. We can negotiate this
What's
thing out.
happening? What is it? Is it the time? What's the problem?
I don't think they thought it through.
But okay,
Because-
what's your take on it?
I think
Go
Corona
on.
doesn't like noise. When it's
Oh,
past 10.
that's what it is.
Yeah, when the place is noisy, Corona don't
feel
so
it.
they tend to fly.
What's your take on it? The rule of six,
All right, the
this
rule
whole
of six,
thing. What's
my
your
take on
it?
the rule of six is Scotland has, I think, outdoors a maximum of 30 people. Do you know what I mean? We had previously, before the rule
So
of
wait,
six, we had
you mean
30
outdoor in terms of everybody?
Yeah, so you know here, outdoor, indoor is 6 people, but for Scotland, outdoor is 30. You can do maximum 30, which is what we had before the
Okay.
rule of 6. And I felt like we've been to different things. There's been more than 6 people. I feel like we've been all right. So I don't know. I just feel like, did they just grab a number from the sky and thought, oh, rule of 6?
Like, how'd they come up with these numbers?
And then a part of me feels like, okay, I get it. Because if there's 6 people and one of you had COVID, yeah, then only the maximum people that are going to get it is 6 people. Whereas if we increase the number, that number then also increases.
So they're basically...
So I kind of get where they're coming from.
Limiting the spread, basically,
yeah.
but still
But
in
when
a
10
position
p.m.
where it can
curfew,
still spread.
I don't agree with it because, like you saw on Oxford Street, the first day it came into action, everyone just went on the street.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And packed the tubes up. So it's like, are you really helping? Should they just ban the pubs? Because it seems the pubs are doing a mad thing. They're the ones where people are congregating.
Congregating. How about
So-
you, Uzo?
This whole, the way I see it, yeah, I just think it is what it is. If you catch it, you catch it. You can't avoid it. There's only so much you can do.
You
I
can't
agree with
avoid
that.
it. I
Wait,
think
one
you
second.
I don't think you can
What
avoid
he's
it.
saying, right?
You
there's-
can't avoid it.
What he's
There's
saying,
only
right?
so much you can do.
If we all go with that attitude, we might all catch it.
Double, let me show you one second. What he's saying, right? There's a lady, I can't remember what university she kind of like represents here. I can't remember. On the news this morning, right? Her sort of thought behind it was sort of along the line of what he's saying, kind of like, yo, let's just get on with it. Like in terms of, we have the stats. Based on the number of people that's caught it and the amount of people that died from it, yeah, we've been, the scientists and the medical department and all of that, they've done enough research to know who the kind of people that die from it, the people that can, survive it and all of that. So we have all these stats. So based on what their report's saying, let's just kind of get on with it. People that's going to catch it, let them catch it, that we know they're going to fight. And what we kind of need to just kind of like safeguard, like the kind of rules we kind of need to put in place is more of like being wary of like the vulnerable people.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
we
that's-
need to
that's
kind of
first.
we need to kind of outline to people to tell, yo,
Yeah.
if you have these kind of people in your family, protect them.
Yeah.
But because her thing is kind of like, everything they kind of saw like then is all kind of like smoke screen because they know for a fact, like almost, I'm just saying what she's saying, I'm not for word, but essentially this is what she kind of like, basically like they know, because this thing is airborne, bro, like it's so hard to kind of
avoid it.
protect stuff like it's airborne, innit? So it's
You
like
know what
kind of
I mean?
like, bro, but they're doing all these things just to make you feel like because they have to kind of take
Why-
actions, innit? They cannot
why-
just not do nothing.
Let's understand one thing.
So I'm just going,
Why do you think we're social distancing?
because I guess there's only a certain, it is airborne, but I guess there's a certain distance it can travel or
But
something
this
like
is the
that.
thing. Has that been proven? That's the
Apparently
question.
so. from
Apparently
science.
so.
Do you see what I'm saying to you?
From the way it spreads, it means that if we space out as much as we can, then whatever they're doing towards finding the cure or vaccine or whatever the story is, you buy time when it's social distance. When you come together, the spread becomes rapid.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah?
Do you know the 2 meter distance thing has been in place since when? May?
Yeah.
March.
From
March,
quite
March,
a
March,
while,
March,
yeah? It's 2 meters.
And numbers are still rising.
Why did the number just rise crazily in September?
One or two things. Maybe the laws are just there, people are not listening. Or somebody could be somewhere shooting figures I don't know. I'm not saying. All I'm saying is, every time we spend in asking too many questions instead of doing the right thing that common sense lead us to do.
Yeah.
There, I agree with you. Common sense.
We're
Fair
messing up everything.
Fair enough.
And when you mess up everything, you mess up my business. If my business goes down, what am I gonna do?
You mess up your money.
We can't afford for this place to go down.
slanging.
We cannot afford for this place to go down.
Cannot.
So you better keep the distance.
My
Find
final
a
question
man.
then on this topic: will you take the vaccine if it comes out?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Why?
I know how much he's against vaccine, fam. I want to hear this. I want to hear this.
Because I have it out of your social distance for the rest of your life.
I want to hear this.
For now, I will not let what I don't know
Yeah.
get into my body.
Okay.
So until I have the right information to make that decision,
Yeah.
I would not say yes.
Okay. Fair enough.
Okay? And I just hope my right to refuse or accept
Would be, I see what you mean.
Will be
Yeah.
accepted.
Because they might be like, you know, you can't
you
open your
have to
business
take it.
until you take that. So what do you do?
Exactly.
that's scary now.
But it's true.
That's you putting a gun in my head.
But that's essentially what they would do,
Because
though.
let me
They're
tell you
like that.
something,
You
yeah.
think they're going to give you options?
I'll give you an example, Master Barber, yeah? To go Uganda, and maybe African countries as well, Nigeria as well, you have to have the yellow fever vaccine.
Yeah, that's
If you don't have
Yeah,
it,
yeah, yeah.
they give it to you at the airport.
At the airport.
Yeah,
what I
you
mean?
got the yellow fever card.
The card. So I feel they're going to try to implement something like that. You can't open your business unless you have that vaccine.
No, that one is too far. This is the easiest way. Your ATM will stop working because you need to turn in your vaccine number. That will be your new password.
Not even the vaccine.
Your bank, you cannot listen. If they want to make it as quick as possible, they know how.
Sounds like the mark of the beast.
My mum sent me. No, I'm serious. My mum sent me this video. I don't know, from some NHS or worker. Apparently, I don't know how true.
I hope it's not about the military are coming on the streets.
No, not that one. No, no, not that
You know,
one.
aunties love
Not
sending that one.
No, this is what apparently some NHS kind of worker, apparently around that Christmas time, December time, by that time around, if you haven't had a test done, you won't be allowed to go out or open a business or whatever it is. You have to stay indoors, isolate, unless you've had a test done at some point saying you was either positive or negative or whatever.
That's
so
how it
we
all
know.
starts.
Apparently,
Remember,
I'm
to do
hearing
the test,
that.
you got to give your phone number.
You got to
or
give
your
all of that
email.
shit. Yeah, so because they need to be able to
this
trace
is how
it.
they're going to start tracing. But I'm not going to get into that. That's not our topic.
But let's
That is not our topic. That's very true.
Let's also look at it this way. Could it also be that we're all just overreacting? Remember how malaria came?
Who's all? You mean the government?
Everybody.
We're only going by what the
Hold
government
on,
is telling us.
Hold on. How long did it take us to get used
I was too young at the
to
malaria
leave it?
times.
Yeah, I don't have that story.
I don't have that information.
But
Yeah,
I heard it did some.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
We even got rid of, what's it, smallpox.
Smallpox.
Yeah, that was a big thing.
if I draw
Polio.
you,
Polio, yeah. Polio, yeah, I remember
Yeah,
polio.
That was a big thing.
I
They
remember
eradicated
polio.
that.
this
Polio,
is,
I've
this
never
is-
heard. Yeah,
this
you had
is-
polio?
No.
This is also in my opinion, based on my
Yeah.
faith and religious standing.
Right.
Which is what?
Yeah.
What faith are you?
I would refer to myself as
Free spirited.
no, not free spirited. I believe in Jesus Christ, so
Okay.
I would say I am striving to
Right.
be a practicing Christian.
Amen.
Right.
Hallelujah.
So what's stopping? Let me.
That's
sorry,
not
I'm
the
so
topic.
sorry.
We need to
no,
get to the
I
topic.
know. I'm so sorry. It just
if
comes
I-
out. But stick to what you're about to say.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm about to
If
divert somewhere else.
If I go by my faith, I know there are some places in Revelation that talks about the signs of the end
The mark of the
time.
beast.
Right.
Yeah. Are we in the end of
It
time?
will keep the earth will keep getting worse. The earth will keep getting worse.
I'm so sorry to cut you off there. I don't want to do this, but you're pushing me there. He's pushing me there though.
But you don't have to go there.
But I have to because
This
I
is-
can't let him. This is the reason why I'm so sorry to cut you off, Jess. Right? Me and I'm on this journey, right? When it comes to Christianity and stuff like that, I'm on this journey and I'm trying to understand it, right? And I just feel like because the Bible, Christianity, all of these things wasn't actually originally our faith.
Oh boy, here we
Right?
go.
Wait. Let me finish.
Finish.
To my opinion, listen, this was something that was kind of given to us to the white people by the white man.
Okay.
Check this out.
Lord.
Check this out.
Okay.
I feel like would you say it's far-fetched to say they wrote the story, they have the power then to also act out that story, to fully make you actually believe that? Because, yeah, one thing you can say, yeah, coming to the end of time and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, they can create the virus. They can make the virus sort of, do you know what I'm saying to you?
So you're trying to say this is all a script and it's going as planned.
Listen,
that is his
there
opinion.
you go.
That is his opinion.
That's my opinion, but I'm just saying to you, like, would that be far-fetched to say that?
Listen.
From where I'm coming from, yeah.
So
Even
sorry,
took his
but
mask
you can
off.
carry on. But sorry, I thought I had to put that out there.
You didn't
Sorry,
have to
just
go there
challenge that.
because this isn't even our topic.
I know,
This is
but
why I
it's,
can't-
I tried.
Can I?
After you answer this, we're gonna move on.
Yeah, we have
because
to
I'm
move
worried
on.
that
Sorry,
this
because
guy
we can't. Yeah,
is gonna
we
keep
can't.
drawing
We
you
can't
out.
stay here. We can't stay here. This is gonna have to be something for a different
Part
segment,
two.
but because we can't stay here.
Part 2.
Yeah,
You
but
lost me.
I'm so
Sorry,
sorry.
sorry.
No, but you were saying Revelations.
I was
Revelations.
saying based on my faith,
Yeah.
Yeah.
what I see coming is a time when the world leaders will run out of ideas. They're already running out of ideas.
That's right.
Yeah? And this has been foretold in Revelation.
Okay.
According to the scriptures, it is evident that man cannot rule man. Everybody say they're Christians, they go to church. Can you recite the Lord's Prayer for me?
I can't.
Can you recite the Lord's Prayer?
I can, yeah.
Go on.
Heaven, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come.
Stop.
Oh,
Stop.
I get it wrong.
What is thy kingdom come?
is that like God's kingdom coming back kind of thing?
What is kingdom? What does kingdom mean?
Any help? Anyone?
Kingdom means
The
government.
kingdom means
Okay.
A kingdom is a government.
Okay.
It's a
Yeah.
government.
He said, let thy kingdom come.
Yeah.
That is, let your government come.
I'm not gonna lie,
Hold
I
on,
sound so
hold
stupid
on.
right now. I can't actually recite. I'm so sorry, but I didn't know
Hold
that
on.
that's what it was called. Sorry,
Hold
I just
on.
wanted to put it out there.
Hold on, let me finish.
But go on.
Let thy kingdom come. It
Yeah.
means in today's English, we want this government,
Uh-huh.
right? As it is in heaven.
Let it be on earth.
Would it be enough?
Yeah.
That means there is a government existing in heaven.
Uh-huh.
And there is a government existing on earth. But Christ has told Christians, in order to put an end to your suffering, constantly pray to the Father to extend a government that is in existence
I
in
see
heaven.
Uzo shaking his legs. What are you gonna say?
Hold on, let me finish. Extend the same government that exists in heaven
Yeah.
down here on earth. Why? Because man cannot rule man. Remember the Bible says, woe unto the earth, because the devil has come down to dwell. Knowing he has a short period of time, he's roaring like a wild lion, seeking whom to devour. That's why you see the madness. He needs people to go down with him. If the government of the earth does not belong to the devil, why did he offer it to Christ in the third temptation when he said, bow to me and I will give you this kingdom?
Everything. Yeah.
Why did a portion of the Bible say that the God of this system of things has blinded the minds of the unbelievers, that the illumination of the glorious good news might not shine through? Who is the God of this system of things?
Boris.
So
I mean, he looks like a devil to me.
So what I'm saying is, there is nobody that can stand in my face, look me in the eye, tell me he's a Christian and he's indulging politics.
Yeah.
Because if you're a Christian, your role model is Christ. When the scribes and the Pharisees wanted to seize Jesus Christ in an attempt to make him king, he fled. And he said, my kingdom is not part of this world.
But you know what is? We need to move on from here because the more you're
too
talking
much,
about
it's
this,
too
I
much,
swear,
man.
dude.
But I'm loving it as a
Listen, Jess.
preaching.
No, listen, Jess.
It
yeah.
is not a
the amount of
preaching.
questions that's
It
in
is
my
a
chest right now.
discussion.
So Carly, you need to move on.
You can come with the questions.
No, because we're
Well,
gonna be
we
here all
wouldn't
night.
be here if
We're
you
gonna
didn't
be
draw
here.
him out.
I'm so sorry. Yeah,
We would
but
not be
let's
here if
keep
you didn't
going
draw him
because
out.
the questions that's brewing in my heart.
But all I
Listen,
can
but
say
let's
is-
talk.
We'll
Let's
talk.
talk.
All I
We'll
can
talk.
say-
Me and you will talk.
Listen.
Me and you will talk. Me and you will talk.
We will keep the scriptures before us and we will back everything
We
we
will talk.
say.
Yeah, we'll
In the
talk.
name
Yeah,
of
we'll talk. Me and
Jesus.
you will talk.
Yes.
Amen. Yeah, let's go.
If you're looking for a bit of your dose of Sunday service, you can also come here.
No,
you can
not
see-
a Sunday service. It's not about service. It's not a Sunday. I'm not a pastor.
But you talk like one.
No, I'm
Yo.
just a social contractor.
Come on, you keep coming out with these
I
bars.
swear I love that
Oh
one.
my
I
goodness.
love that one.
Who pays
that
you?
one's for the
I'm
books.
joking.
That one's for the books. That one's for the books. Yeah, let's
All right,
move on
cool.
swiftly, man.
So our main topic today, obviously, is as we're here in your barbershop, we want to learn more about the barbershop, more about business, how it is to be in business, more about you personally, since you've been so kind to invite us here. So the first thing we want to know is, why did you choose to become a barber? How did that come about?
It's the Igbo instinct in me.
Igbo.
Business.
I think my brother here is also Igbo. But
On my hand,
but he's not,
Say something now.
Say
Say
something.
something. Say something, B.
What's that
What's he
thing?
saying?
There was no
He's not
direction alone about me from my side.
Igbo
No, what
Igbo
up?
Kwenu? No?
What up?
Igbo Kwenu?
I allow it, man. That's what you say, bro. Allow it.
That's a greeting.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
thinking.
Igbo Kwenu.
Hey,
Hey!
Ren.
Wait!
Wano.
Wait!
Yono.
Come on!
Everything.
Zigga say ah.
So listen, like my dad would say, it's agro guanwamo. Also Igbo by force.
What does that mean?
When you're
hungry,
hungry,
you speak your language by force.
listen, when you're
You will
hungry,
understand and speak your language by
when
force.
you're hungry, you will speak languages nobody taught you.
Because you need to tell people you're hungry.
Survival becomes the instinct.
Okay.
I think that might be muffling up your,
but-
your, yeah.
In my hunger, in my strive, in my everything, something is key. 1 is simplicity, 2 is humility, 3, staying focused, 4, consultation. But above all of this, trusting in Jehovah is the best. If you think it, then it's possible.
Okay.
All right? But before I started, I asked, if not for, his name is Gift Wonyoma.
Who's that?
I think he's one of the reasons why I became a barber.
Okay.
Because he used to own a salon. I think he still owns a couple of salons as well.
Is he someone from back home?
Yeah, Potako boy.
Port Harcourt. Okay, cool. That's in Nigeria, by the way. But,
My elder brother at that time, they were roommates for Uniport. Yeah, they used to live in the same. You know how they go now, normal level.
Uniport.
So, I asked Gibbs, I said, bros, how this thing they go? He said, what did they do? I said, already, I didn't do anything. How they go? He said, it's a bit bad. I said, no. Then they learn her. He said, yes, now. I said, I go learn her. He said, you sure? I said, why? I go learn her. That I was studying film.
filming.
Digital filmmaking.
Digital film, okay.
In SAE.
South Africa.
No,
Oh.
SAE Institute. I transferred from Oxford
You guys are South
to
Africa.
London.
SA.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Man, just putting acronyms together. Don't worry about it, man. Don't worry about it. Go on.
He was
go.
waiting for me to say SAE.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Please.
SAE.
Okay.
Pidgin English. You know,
I'm learning small with my Nigerian brothers.
Don't worry, go reach you, go reach you.
Yeah.
So he bought me my first set of clippers. Everything I needed to become a barber.
What age is this? Oh, sorry, maybe you don't want to say. How long
This
ago?
was like
What year?
2014.
Oh,
2014.
You only just started in 24. What?
That's why when you step into a barbershop and ask me how long have you been cutting, I tell you 2 weeks.
Why is that?
Because it's not the how long, it's the how well.
Okay.
This is a craft. This is creativity. I've seen man them on this shop, on this road. They've done 18 years. And
Shut.
their barber shop is looking like a village kitchen.
Shots up.
For
Shuts up.
18 years, you've
But
got
he's not
nothing-
lying.
You've got
He's not
nothing-
lying.
You've got nothing to contribute to the community, and you're telling me, oh, you're not supporting black businesses. You need to wake up and think global.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah? Let me see it.
Got listen, you got a notepad there. Just make sure you're taking notes.
If you desire a service, 1 million people desire that same service. That's my drive.
I hear that. Have you ever?
If I can fix a problem for one person, And then I've got, the world is too big. I've got 1 million people waiting for the same solution.
There must be another
That's
person.
hitting home,
Yeah,
man. I love that, man.
it's true because you're not the only one
So
that thought of it.
why would I be in London setting up a shop like I am in Oshodi or
In the
Rumola
village,
Junction or Irete Park? It doesn't work like that.
So, obviously, you've been in the barber industry 6 years. Have you ever regretted it? Anytime you think...
The only thing I'm regretting is... No, not regret. Not regret. I think I've been consistent. I've kept the focus. And the shocker is coming. A big one.
Oh.
I spent my money working with 3 researchers. And we were researching 21 academies in London. It will shock you that out of that 21 academies, only 4 of these academies are attempting to teach what they call type 4 hair, which is our black hair. Because they have type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4.
Yeah, I've never understood that.
Listen.
So it's type 1 like...
Listen to this.
I don't know why my hair is not type 1. But to cut the story short...
This will show you.
Yeah.
Listen to
To
this.
cut the story short, mine is type 4. Fine, don't worry. Sometimes, the eldest one in the house is the one that takes the most shot. Everybody
100%.
throws it at him. Yeah, with the first sheet. Keep it at that. Big boys. Civilization started in our backyard. And it's coming back there. That's where it's going to end. That's where it's going to end. Imagine when everybody goes back home with a clean heart. When everybody's honest that they're fed up. These changes will come. But we should understand this thing is, not everybody's a preacher. Not everybody's a seller. Not everybody's a fighter. Understand your role.
Okay.
Play it to the fullest.
But what were you saying about
that.
the academies, though?
No, but I
That
know.
was
But before he goes on to that, just touch on what he's saying. But what he's saying is very key, though. And I feel like that's one of the problem in our community. Everybody wants to be... I don't know. Like, I feel like everybody... Because everyone's got a platform now because of social media, right? I feel like everybody feels like now I can be everything.
No, I have
But
said
people
that.
need to understand that there's certain... You need to look at yourself in the mirror and understand what you're good at.
No, I appreciate
And play that position to contribute to the to the cause. But I feel like everybody wants to be...
I'm of the same opinion. I do believe a lot of black people, black businesses are held back because they don't want to hire the specialists in that field. For example, like you have a black musician, but he doesn't want to hire a manager, doesn't want to hire a PR person, doesn't want to hire an engineer, doesn't want to hire a social media person because he wants to do everything themselves.
Why do you think that is?
Why are you picking on someone out there? This is something almost every one of us is guilty of.
Guilty of, yeah.
Let me give you a perfect example. I don't like using the word a white man. I would have said a man of a lighter shade. Yeah. In his DNA, he knows that a call-out fee for a handyman, even a locksmith, a minimum of £50. They know. Even if he spends 5 minutes there, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
They know, they pay.
That's is what
Call
it is.
your black boy, the boy of the darker shade, yeah? Just do 2-3 minutes on that door. You will hear a renegotiation.
Yeah.
It makes you laugh, right?
It makes me laugh. Yeah, because I know it's true. Because I know it's true.
So if we don't have, it doesn't matter how many placards you raise out there. It is in the heart. The heart will first of all purify itself. Then the head, the mind, everything will emancipate itself from mental slavery. Mental.
Okay. Now I hear what you're
Talking
saying.
the real, man.
But I feel like we were talking about the academies. I was interested to find your research that you did. You said
So,
four out of the 21.
This
the four.
plenty, God.
So I told you, but we're coming here to
We're
talk.
here. You know,
We're
I'm
here to
trying to-
talk.
I love statistics.
Out of 21, only 4
These are barber academies, by the way, right?
big
Yeah.
academies. only for attempts to teach type 4 hair, which is the black hair. And I've gone through their gallery and stuff, and I would say, yo, I've done them. If I will run an academy, it's not going to be that. Yeah? Good. But my question is, if this is not structural, institutional racism,
I was about to ask you that.
why is it that my hair type is of no relevance to the top academies in London?
Is that because...
It's because they don't think I am shit. It is lack of respect.
So it's not just even in other aspects.
I don't see why you apply yourself as a big academy in London, the most diverse
City
in the world.
Yeah.
And you're choosing the hair. I've got graduates from, should I call names?
Listen, name it. Let's start pointing
It's up to
fingers
you,
at these
wherever
people,
you're comfortable
man.
with, man. If you're
Come
speaking
on,
facts, as long as
man.
you're speaking facts, I'd say.
I've got over 6 graduates from an academy, a big one of the top 4 in London. They've come here seeking for a job, and they were unemployable. I don't see how you can make someone a barber in 4 weeks or 12. Listen, by this time next year, you will see the most diverse, inclusive academy in London.
Is that what you're
We're
working
gonna
on,
run
yeah?
that.
Oh, okay.
But there was something that you said to me last time we spoke, and that really, it was alarming to me, right? Which is, I think, sort of like around what you're talking about right now,
What's
which
that?
is the fact that, and I think it was it goes along with the speech as well you gave. Remember when you graduated, and I feel like,
Yeah.
that
Look
is-
at this.
just talk about that a bit more.
Look at this.
talk that about.
So what,
that.
you went to barber school?
I was at London School of Barbering,
Yeah. Is that the biggest? Where does that one stand in the 21 list?
among the top 5.
It's up there. It's up there.
I was at London School of Barbering for 3 weeks doing my master's in barbering.
Is that how long it takes to get a master's in barbering?
Yes, and I saw some guys in the master class that can't walk here.
I was just tell them why, because this is flipping
They
important.
can't walk here, and they've done MVQ 2 and 3. I can't employ them.
And these are masters, by the way.
The
Tell them why.
masters-
Tell them why.
And I'm like, yo, come, I will teach you, but you got to pay a fee.
But they've already mastered in the school.
Because
But
they
guess what?
mastered in shit, in rubbish. Who taught you? What did they teach you? You don't make a barber in 6 weeks,
So in your academy, how long is it going
3
to take to
months
graduate?
minimum.
Okay.
Listen, we want to teach with the intention to employ. We want our graduates to be the toppest earners in the game.
Okay. Can you be a barber without going to barber school? Is it possible?
I
Or do you need...
I didn't go to a barber school to become a barber. I was self-taught from YouTube. It's the
Okay.
wheel, it's the zeal. This is craft. The
Yeah.
age, the time, your experience is your experience. Right?
So one question here
Yeah.
is lack of demand why they don't teach type 4.
That's
Yeah,
a very
but
good
that's what I wanted to
question.
talk
That's
about.
a very good question.
First of all, it's a chain. It's a chain. Before I go deal with the lighter shade, let me deal with the darker shade. Would you specialize if you have type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 hair,
Yeah.
right? And they all give you different income. Which would you specialize in? The highest paying or the lowest paying?
Highest paying.
Highest
possibly.
paying.
Fine.
I'm about my wallet.
So I would say there should be a change of attitude of the darker shade to start appreciating craft and learn to pay more. So that whoever offers you these services offers it professionally, employing professionals to serve
I hear
and
that.
pay them well. So you should look deeper in your wallet and be willing to pay a bit more.
But I don't do.
Wait one sec. I agree with what you're saying, right? But I think, again, this is what me and you know, me and Jesse, we go back and forth a lot. It's the reason why I also disagree with him, right? I think it goes back
finished,
to.
but let me
Okay,
listen
go on, no,
to
no,
you.
no, I'll let you land. I'll let you land. No,
He
keep
does
going.
this a lot,
keep
by
going.
the way.
No,
He
keep
interrupts
going. Yeah,
people a lot.
they say I do it a lot. I'll let you land then before I say what I was gonna say.
So, we go to the lighter shade now. My brothers on the other side, they appreciate your job. They thank you for giving out the time to see them. They tip, they're happy, and they're not even too demanding. If you mess up a black man's hair, you could get stabbed.
100%. And that
No,
kind
it's
of
the realness.
No, but I'm
Yeah,
not
really.
scaring my lighter shades though.
No,
But I'm
it's
just saying, this guy, we adore this thing. But I hate lights. See my face.
Yeah,
I don't do shape up.
yeah.
But
Right? I just believe stay in it. If this is your choice, respect it. But where I was going to is if you are a barber and you cannot cut every hair, you're not a barber.
Barber, thank you.
I
That's why I
agree with
wanted
that.
you to land. And a lot of the people that was at your London School of Barbing that
They
was
could
getting
not-
masters.
I told them to their face.
He did.
I told them to their face. I said,
He
listen,
did.
I do not regard anyone here with this certificate, be it distinction or merit.
He
or-
did. Listen, we're gonna post that. We're gonna post the
If-
clip of his interview though, because he actually did it from all of them.
If you
I swear.
cannot cut
Oh.
any hair before you, you're not a barber. But I also encourage them to take up a training in mental health awareness and men.
Now you go from barbering time to
He's
taking up. No,
Okay.
but let's be
Go
real
on,
though,
Uzi.
yeah?
Uh-huh.
Back to your question.
Listen, let me tell you something. Barbers, you don't even know who we are. In the first, second world war, whatever, barbers were surgeons because of their neat culture. They had those sharp blades and knives and that. So they performed surgeries, took out bullets and that. They had a community responsibility from the start. But most barbers
didn't know
now
that.
have left that community responsibility. This is the time for surgery, mental surgery. Men
But you think it's
are
that it's
stressing.
finances, isn't it?
Barbers should
Money.
be well equipped. This is what our academy was set out to do. Barbers should also be taught time and money management, because if they understand, it makes the job of management lighter. There are many things our academy was set out to do. We want to first of all produce barbers we are proud of and barbers we can employ, because we want in the next 10 years, you won't see any placards talking about racism in this industry, because we would not campaign to complain. We will campaign to sell solution.
But can I just... Oh, go on, Uzi.
Okay.
Sorry.
Uzi,
So I wanna. I'm just gonna play devil's advocate here.
As
yeah?
you do.
Please,
As
ask
you
you a
do.
question,
Please,
yeah?
As you
please
do.
All right, let's take the UK, yeah, for example, yeah, barbing wise,
Sorry,
innit?
can I get a drink, please?
You've been to quite a lot of barbershop. I'm talking obviously the black community barbershop. You've been to a lot of barbershop. I've been to a lot of barbershop,
Yeah.
yeah. And one question I'm gonna ask you, yeah, is do you feel like, first of all, in the UK, for me, the barbers that I've seen, yeah, I feel like a lot of them get into barbering because obviously when they've migrated from wherever they've come from, they're not allowed to work. They haven't got certain documents in order to work, yeah.
So basically, you're saying because of
then
finances and
what
stuff
then
like that
happens
was...
is a lot of that's the reason why I feel like a lot of barbers that we know are in the game.
Not because of the love for it.
Not because of the love for it. That's
Because
why
that's
you
the
gotta
way out.
understand,
It was
yeah?
the way out.
When you ain't got a love for something, you're not gonna excel.
Cash in
Because
hand.
All you can see
Stuff like that.
is this makes me money, this helps
Means
my
to an end.
situation,
Yeah.
and that's it.
Yeah.
You're not gonna go beyond.
And it's like, not like they even... this is why, this again, goes back to, this is why I respect Jess so much,
yeah,
right?
he's a
It's
different breed.
It's not just because, yo, cash in hand, this solves my problem, is very easy to get into. Again, let me just go to this shop here, watch this man for a month, couple of weeks, learn my craft, get my own share, and then boom. It's like so easy to get into just like that, right? Most barbers, but he's taking like a step further, like, no, forget about all of that stuff. I actually want to go into the science of this. So that's
Exactly.
why you don't get a lot of people like
He's
that,
got
right?
love for it.
But again, what Uzi's saying, like, majority of the
Of
barbers you have
in the black community,
in the black community, that's
are just doing it for
how
the money.
they've
for
got
the job.
into it.
So they're not going to go to college or
They're not-
get
they're
the
not-
qualifi-
they're
get
not
the
gonna excel
qualification.
in it. Do you know what I'm saying to you?
Listen. I already know.
And you know, yeah.
I already know some great barbers. I already know some great barbers, and I'm gonna walk up to them, and I'm gonna make them an offer. They should be teaching the people of the whiter or lighter shade.
How to cut hair.
Yeah,
Oh,
I will be
forcing it,
counting
yeah.
on them
No,
to
and
do
then-
that. But guess what?
Go on.
Guess what? It is also a responsibility of a caring business to train staff. So if you think they lack that training, anyway.
You know,
But
like
you see, the thing now, you're speaking from a business point of view, and also you're speaking from a barber that owns a shop.
Like, why did you get your reason for getting in the game?
Our academy will not only set out to train new barbers, but we will do developmental training for barbers.
Just a quick one here. Just
You
maybe
understand
I
me?
get it.
Yeah, just before you move forward, yeah, I think I want you to kind of like maybe just focus on the camera and actually say this very out loud. I think it's important. When
They'll be listening,
no, wait,
they'll
let me
be
finish. No, not that. Just one point before you move forward, before we forget it, yeah. So in terms of like this, so obviously this institution you're starting, you're spearheading, that you're trying to create. When is this going to be up and running? And also, for example, just because before we forget it, because we're gonna
I'm
be
not to that regard. It will just be boom in your face.
It'll be boom.
Yeah.
So it's not. There's no.
Like a
There's no
time-
sort.
like a bomb.
So basically, they gotta come here to get information to know
They
when it's
will
gonna
not
be.
come.
Okay,
When you hear the boom, you will
The-
see.
You
Yeah,
see it?
bomb.
Okay, cool.
Okay, but
cool.
on that regard, right, I've got two questions. My
Yeah.
first question is, do you believe then that barbers should almost operate like doctors, and you shouldn't be able to become a barber
It is
and
not
practice
like-
if you don't have that
It is
qualification?
not like doctors. Barbers are doctors.
No, but I'm just saying that you need a
hair
certification.
doctors.
Yeah, but do you feel like you shouldn't become
I
a barber
think-
without the certification?
I think for the prestige of this job,
Yeah.
if you're handling sharp objects, people trust.
Put it live in, yeah.
It's true, that razor blade, when it comes on my head.
If you come in with a cutthroat on a man's neck, then that must be trust.
Yeah, it's
So
deep.
I think first of all you require. You see the certificates on
Yeah, I
the
see
wall.
them, I see them, yeah.
You
All of this,
require
man,
you
1, 2,
require
3,
health
man's
and
like
safety
collecting
training.
accolades, man. You're just going around collecting accolades.
But I've been so reluctant putting up my distinction certificate.
Why?
Because listen, certificates don't mean shit.
Considering your classmates,
It's just paper.
your fellow classmates. Okay. So
where I was sorry.
No, go on.
You keep deviating here.
I ain't said
This
nothing.
guy is
I have not
dangerous.
said nothing.
Yellow card.
So what was I saying about?
Obviously, my question was about, do you believe barbers should be certified?
They should.
Okay.
They should. Because for health and safety reasons, they should.
Okay.
For mental health training reasons, they should be
I see that's your
equipped with
passion.
that.
Yeah.
Listen,
I see that.
he dey do you like play. Every small thing you put in blame. Every small thing you blame Igbo. Every small thing you blame Igbo. Men are dying of stress. Family stress. Woman, it is anything I play.
Oh, you're giving me so much joy.
People they couple every day.
Listen.
Instead of where we come from now, mental health. See, oh my God, man, that's what happen for UK here. If it happen for house,
Light work.
first thing go yeah, oh boy, their family people don't jazz out. We jazz out. We jazz out.
You said they
Man, we
don't
get money to
judge.
eat.
They don't judge on him.
He get hungry.
It's not juice,
He get
man.
he get hungry. We go catch here. Now which you go they see? Go they hear voices. Go they hear fly.
I'm trying to understand everything that's being said.
No, what I'm saying is.
No, I get it. I
No,
get it.
this
People
Yeah.
blame
Yeah.
mental health as voodoo.
Yeah,
They say
in
it's all
Africa,
some of
yeah.
your family's
Back
jazz
home,
juice.
It's actually mental health.
I wish I could have the resources enough to go home and continue the fight in the awareness. Like, it's not everything that happens.
You're gonna get there. I promise you.
In the name of Jesus.
It's not everything that happens. You say your
Witchcraft.
village. No.
You're right. Because
Stress.
I was going to ask you about that, actually.
Omo,
your views of mental health in Africa, like, because obviously you're from Nigeria, right?
Listen, the difference is the ones in Nigeria don't wear clothes. The ones here, they wear clothes. The ones in Nigeria, they trek under hot sun. The ones here, they have bus passes. They collect the... Oh my God.
Oh my
The ones here, they even take, what's this thing? What's this thing government pays people?
Oh,
here?
GSA, job seekers allowance.
Everything, benefits.
But my
They get
question
benefits.
is, before you immigrated to this country, did you have this view of mental health, or did you also think it was witchcraft? Did you always know that it was important?
Listen, let me give you a little history of who my father is. My father's name is Mr. Anselm Undukuba Ashebu.
Gee.
Married to Charity Ashebu.
Prestige.
In their little capacity, they've taught me kindness to the highest order. My dad is this one that could be driving past an old woman coming from the farm, and he will pull over, get the firewood in the trunk, put her in the front seat, I will drive, go drop her. So, for me, I've always had the drive to solve problems.
Okay.
And this is what I tell anybody. If you keep solving problems, then you don't need to think about the figures. It comes naturally.
So your motivation is not about finances.
I am an
about-
Igbo man. Let me remind you again. I am industrious by nature.
Yeah, by nature, naturally.
We don't need nothing. All we need is life. As long as we've got the space to think, we can sell shit.
So what's your take on Yoruba men?
Are they demons? I hear they're demons.
Everybody is a demon, depending on how you allow it to play you. What I'm saying is, my Yoruba
That went
brother,
over your head. That went over your head.
It went, but it's coming. It's landing.
my Yoruba brothers,
Yeah.
they're good for something. You see, the biggest promoter of Afrobeat in London is Yoruba. They're doing fantastic in that field. They're trying. They're playing their role. But what I don't do is think I am better than the other race, because let me remind everyone here again, we cannot talk about racism if we cannot talk about tribalism.
Yeah, I remember you mentioned that before.
Tribalism is the local form of racism. When you begin to think...
This is deep.
When you begin to think that my race is superior, that's where you start getting fucked up.
Do you think that is the doing of the colonizer? When they came, it was divide and conquer, right?
Divide and conquer.
So
but let me tell you the new one now. This is modern repatriators. Remember when they came with divide and conquer, before divide and conquer, it was dupe and loot. That was when they introduced fraud. When my forefathers looked at the mirror, looked at the gunpowder, looked at the gin, got drunk, had powders on their face and messed up while the looting got on. But the people they call the 419ers today are the modern repatriators of those stolen worlds. You understand?
I hear
A
it.
failing economy. Nigeria is a failing economy because it has been designed to fail. However, the people...
This is gems. People are listening to this. Are you taking notes?
However,
I'm listening.
you would not believe the amount of money that go back home in order to keep families afloat.
Flow, yeah. Almost every Nigerian family, right, has family back home where they send money to every month.
Yeah.
That's
Even
a
if
huge
not
thing,
by
bro.
blood, because of the community spirit with which we were raised, it takes a whole community to raise a child. Here they tell you it takes just one person to raise a child. Hence the loneliness, depression, suicide, because right from small you never learned how to share your problems. You see why in Africa there are some things that doesn't resonate with us. Because there are some things
Yes.
you take
Shall I tell you why
medicine
you're
here.
going into?
Some things you take medicine here, you get it cured with a slap.
Yeah.
Naturally.
No, shall I tell you, Sakali, shall I tell you what
Yeah.
Jess is going into here? I promise you this, yeah. This is one thing that's lacking in this country. I swear to you, I cannot lie. Backing up what he's saying, right?
No
Like,
community.
you should know
The
this, right?
community
Back home,
is just a pretense.
your neighbor sees you doing something naughty, yeah, will smack the shit out of you.
Come on.
Because, again, going back to the community.
It takes a village.
So there
back
you
home,
go.
yeah.
So like, and you can't even go to your parent and say,
Neighbour's thingy
blah
smacked
blah
me.
blah smacked
Yeah.
me because what did you do?
Exactly.
So it's like again,
You even get smacked again. So you gotta
everybody
keep
is
quiet.
sort of responsible, but like with like here, there's so many like you can't do this, you can't. So like the system is completely different, completely different. But I'm just saying that
So-
just to back up what you're saying. But that's
Obviously, I appreciate what you're saying, but I feel like when you spoke about, we can't talk about racism, but talking about tribalism, to some people, it might come across as whataboutery. So you know whataboutery is a term that's coined to talk about people that say, I'll be talking about racism, and someone will say what about black on black crime? But it's like, we're not talking about black on black crime right now. We're talking about racism.
the two different.
Yeah, they're two different things. So I understand your point.
What is black on black crime is far different, separate. Yeah.
First of all, do you believe in racism? That's a question.
I wanted to go for the question. What is racism?
Yeah,
Is it
right.
a struggle of a race claiming superiority over another? Is that what racism is?
I can get the definition, you know.
Whose definition, by the way?
A man called Gogo.
A man called Google.
Gogo.
An entity called Google.
It says prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people on the basis of their membership of a particular racial or ethnic group.
All this thing na grammar, now the same thing we just said. Now this, as long as you think say you better pass me because of
He's
where
right.
you come
He's
from.
right. He's right.
Forget, you see,
Forget
English
the
is the
colour.
most
There you go.
polite. I
Language.
love it.
Yeah.
It's very polite.
Are you sure it's not even
Listen,
French?
if
It
you
might
want
be
to
polite.
He's
insult,
right, though.
if you want to insult somebody, you can do it politely, speaking English language.
I think
But
French is better.
this is my
You can't
problem.
do it. Can you do it in Igbo?
You can do it in French.
No, Igbo is a true language.
Very direct,
It's a
isn't it?
true language.
Direct, yeah.
So
What's ops
it's
again,
very
Muggsy?
raw. So what?
Ops in
Ajo
Igbo.
Madu.
Ajo Madu.
Ajahn Mad
I
is
learned
a
that
bad
one.
person.
Yeah, I learned that one.
So it's very direct.
So, you guys cut me off again.
Sorry,
Oh,
yeah.
my
English
brother-
is a very polite.
But let me tell you the mistake I've seen among my black folks.
Yeah.
That you are fluent in speaking English language doesn't mean you are intelligent.
100%.
Yeah.
It's a spoken language. So when you pick up an accent thinking you're now exposed than me, nah, fuck you, man. You know why?
Yeah.
I want to still stay. If I find myself in Parliament tomorrow, after every statement, someone will say, is it that Igbo man that just spoke?
Because you got to stay true to yourself.
I'm not, listen, if my brother they want to speak English, then they say, I'm not going to give my identity to any motherfucker.
I think it's like
Oh,
what he's
say
trying to
this.
say. He's right in terms of like it's about the understanding of what you're saying rather than you having an accent for it.
Listen, first of all, Ejimo John Mom.
In English?
I wasn't
please.
born with fear.
Ejimo John Do.
I didn't grow up with fear.
Ejimo John Bri.
I don't live in fear.
Ejikwanu Mujo Eje.
I don't walk in fear.
I'm loving this.
Hey!
I know you know your language like this now.
I have never felt inferior before anyone.
Yes.
Because I know if you listen, you will learn.
Woo!
So does that mean you've never been a victim of racism? You've never been called...
Wait,
I've
he hasn't
never
even
paid
answered yet.
attention to
You
it.
haven't even answered yet. Yeah.
Listen, sometimes understand to think for yourself and your brother. If someone is hating me, why? How can I help him?
How can you help him?
Yeah. Listen,
Deep that. I went over your head. Deep
Listen,
that.
let me tell you this again.
Wait.
If you see
It's
a
a
man,
sickness. It's a sickness.
if you see a man whose family got murdered, raped, burnt years ago, if you see his grandson walking towards you and you know what your granddad did to their family, how would you feel?
I probably feel ashamed and want to help, or I don't know. I feel remorse.
You don't feel scared?
Yeah, I'll probably be shitting myself as well, depending on how big he is.
How do you react when you're scared?
Defensive.
So sometimes, assume that
It's still going over your head. I can see the look
No,
in your face.
I just want to give you a real life scenario then.
No, but wait,
And then
give me
see
2 seconds.
how-
I see exactly where it's going. Keep going, Jess. Keep going, Jess.
If we don't have anything, my shade, we've got the heart to forgive freely. We're not even talking about nothing but respect.
Oh, this brother here, man, break him heart. He's talking.
Okay.
We're not
Wow,
talking. We're not
Jesus
talking
Christ.
revenge. We're not talking nothing.
Jesus Christ.
We don't want to know. We're not expecting you to say, "Oh, come take. We've been eating for hundreds of years. Come eat this one. Have more." Fuck that. It's gone. But listen, from now going forward, I won't have to demand it. You should know. It's time.
Yeah.
All right, so can I give you a
So-
scenario?
I can add to that on a crazy level, but keep going. That is
As
so
much as you
profound.
know
That's
it's
dope.
time, it doesn't just come without you being willing and ready to teach.
But Jess, you never talk to me like this, though. When me and you argue, you come at a different
Brother,
point
he's talking
of
to
view.
you like this now.
No,
He's talking to you
listen,
like this
he's on par with the way I'm thinking, because
But then-
I read an article, right, which is more of like, in terms of like, the way you look at it, right, you know the older brother and the younger brother.
Check this.
No, just check that. No, you be all right. Yeah? It's like, you know...
Can I have a weed break?
No weed break for you, bro.
Yo.
No weed break for you, bro.
The medicine is wearing out.
Hey, wearing out, innit?
Check this out. Check this out. Check this out. You know you have the older brother, like the theory, the article I read, right? You know the older and the younger brother theory, right? Where you have the younger brother always misbehaving, right? And the older brother just has to take it, understand that, you know what? As much as the younger brother wrongs you, you still have to be the older brother. And then that's the L you have to take.
But that's naturally what comes with a black man. The
There
elder
you go.
brother role, the
There you
forgiveness
go.
role, the accommodation
There you go.
role.
There you go.
The lead back role. But
There you go.
sometimes I think it's got to that point where you just
You have to
stop.
slap it. And I
So
think,
who's
do you
the
think we're at
older
that point
brother?
now? We are the older brother.
And they are the younger brother.
Listen, how do you slap?
So that's what I'm trying to say. Is we're at
That's
that
what
point
I
now.
don't
though.
think. How do you slap?
Protesting?
You cannot
No,
be. You
you
cannot
don't
be.
agree
You
with that.
cannot be starving. You cannot be starving for 7 days, and you think because he's your younger brother, he's 24, you're 40, you think you can slap him and he goes down. Nigga, you going down. You're starving.
So protesting is not
Before
good.
you slap, you have to be well fed first.
To have all the energy to put the vim in the slap. You
So
know what I
how
mean?
can we make that make sense? How can
Let's
we be
go
well
back
fed?
to work. Go back to work. Stop fighting the system. Create the system.
Gee.
But we can't create a system here,
You
can
can.
you?
I'm
How?
creating one. You can create one. Listen. Stop making excuses, man.
But you need power.
Whose
But he's
brain?
telling you
Whose
now.
brain is
But listen,
better
he's
than
telling you,
yours?
listen.
Whose brain is better than yours?
I'm Mr. Sukali, man.
Nobody,
Nobody's
there you go.
brain better than
So
mine.
what do you need other than your brain?
No, this
What's
is
the most expensive commodity on earth?
time.
Information.
Okay.
Information.
Sick it.
He right. He
Sick
pre-
it.
he
Let
got
it
you there,
guide
big
you.
guy.
Time information.
He got you there, big guy.
Come see, come sa.
Ah, come say, come say.
I see what you're
Tomato,
saying.
tomato.
But I can make my life better, and I can maybe make 5 people's life better. But to get rid of institutionalized racism, I'm gonna need positions of power to be able to fight with my cause, bro. I need to be in government. I need to be
You don't.
in
This is your
education.
this is your
you know,
this is
Listen.
your this is your problem. This is your problem. When I told you that something will be coming boom in your face, did I tell you what I needed to do?
Nope.
no, you just said boom.
Let me.
Don't
pee,
worry,
man.
it will be boom.
Oh, you,
I'm coming back.
oh, it.
Do you know
is it
what's
been a
mad
break?
though? No, yeah, but let me get this
Yeah,
getting this
yeah.
thing. It's getting. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming.
He's gonna
But
go
check this
pee.
out though, yeah. Based on what he's saying, bro, you don't agree with that?
Are we still recording?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
recording.
Okay. I agree with it to a certain extent, but bro, you need to be in positions of power. You need to be in government. You need people in government. You need people in education. You need people in healthcare.
No.
Otherwise, only. Let me tell you something.
Go on.
The equality will be localized. It will be within your reach. But if you want this thing to be national, across the UK, you're gonna need to be in certain.
Shall I say something to you now? I'll tell you my point of view, right? The reason why I agree with him so much is this, right? I feel like, as black people, right? I just feel like, not forget about even black people. I just like in general, to be able to be taken seriously, right? You need to add value. You need to bring something to the table. Where I feel like a lot of, like with black people, right? Yes, have we been through so much in the past? Oppression, slavery, all of that. Nobody is documented. You can't deny that, right? Mm-hmm. But I feel like though, we are conceding to what they've put in place. We need to look beyond that. We need to come to the table now, right? If you look at all our other counterparts, bro, listen, what you're not understanding here, by the Caucasian, right? Asians, Chinese, everybody has been through this as well. Maybe not on the same level, but they have been through some level of oppression. Mm-hmm. However, they've been able to still within themselves, come together to bring, to build a community and also add value to themselves. To now be able to now come to the table.
The oppression hasn't been the same, bro.
To be taken serious. Now, I understand, which is what I said that at the beginning of what I'm saying, right? Yes. However, though, they have been through that oppression too. Don't get me wrong. However, so that's what I'm saying. So why we need to come together, like, again, what he's saying, I'm doing my part on my side of things.
Okay.
Everybody do their part on their side of things. Let's now, together, we become this force where now we have so much power, you cannot turn that down. Okay. However, when you want to just stand there and just keep pointing fingers, nothing ain't gonna get done. It's politics. It's politics.
Let me add to what he's saying.
Okay.
If you know your enemy, you have a knowledge of your enemy, right? Mm-hmm. But you know your enemy and you have your knowledge of your enemy and you fail to act based on the knowledge you've got of your enemy.
Yeah.
Now, between your enemy and your failure to act on the knowledge you've got of your enemy, which is more of a danger to you?
Lack of action.
Yeah, obviously the lack of you using the information.
Lack of action, yeah.
So what I would say again is, the time you spend complaining, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do that.
It's time for action.
Those roads are closed. Come up with a new strategy.
Okay.
We've tried that for the last century, bro.
So what do you think about them pulling down statues of slavery owners? And do you think that's a waste of time?
That is straight up, fucking respect me. You can't be putting this shit in my face. No. They should have done that years ago.
I would have thought you'd think that's a waste of time because we should be focusing on action. Put up our own statues.
Like I said, did you see me there?
Where?
When they were pulling down the statues.
No, I didn't see that. I'm saying you say it now.
Why didn't you see me there?
Because you feel it was a waste of time.
That wasn't my role.
Yeah. Let them play their role. You're doing something else.
Okay. So you agree with it, but not necessarily you wouldn't be there doing.
Listen, the result is 100%.
Correct. Okay.
The reason, 100%. The way, listen, sometimes it just got to be done.
Okay.
Right? If you want to go through lobbying, raising motion, it might still be politics. The government, even the government does it sometimes. They move with force. So the people have right to move with force too. We are the government. Nobody taught me democracy. Naturally, as an Igbo man, we are the first practitioners of democracy. The West didn't teach me democracy. We have an Igbo adage that says, Igbo enweze, which means the Igbos don't have a king.
Yeah.
So we've always ruled ourselves. That's
I
why.
promise you, if you check in the history, when it comes to like, especially when they came over, to especially Nigeria, right? the Igbo one that was the most resistance. I can't lie. Just add to his point.
So you demons, you just gave in.
How do you?
I don't know. I need to do that.
How do you define democracy?
For me, democracy is people participating in who they choose to govern them.
There is a definition for democracy, right? Is it government of the people?
Do you want me to ask my friend Google?
Yeah. Let me see.
Ask Google, please.
Let's see what.
But essentially, though, yeah, the reason why I just kind of like, I'm with you on this. I'm not gonna lie. Everything you're saying right now, but it's so crazy. I'm just shocked right now because a lot of the time we go back and forth.
Can you not be?
No, he's taking it in.
This guy keeps talking about your domestics. We don't want to hear about your domestics.
No,
You and your
because
barber.
his viewpoint now, yeah, I'm just like, bro, why are we agreeing so much?
Democracy, a system of government by the whole population and all the eligible members of state, typically through elected representatives.
When I was in school, they told me government of the people, for the people, by the people. Is it the same with what you just read there?
AKA.
Yeah, it's Akka. It's Akka. That is Akka.
Why I asked you that, before this was taught in schools in Nigeria where I had my secondary up to university level, primary and all that, before this introduction of this definition, the Igbos practice a system of government of the people, for the people, by the people, with the people. The word with.
But is that what it actually is in actuality,
I'm
though?
driving somewhere. The word with was taken off, meaning the silencing of the common man, which is the new definition you've got. Which is why, even if they give you free speech, in third world countries, they snatch ballot boxes. In first world countries, they snatch your brains.
That's very true.
Okay.
Yes, because they've got the media to manipulate you, and you're so educated in their knowledge that you become a fool.
But like you said, I feel like if you want to know your enemy, you got to know your enemy. So that's where
When you know your enemy and how they operate, then it's easy. You see the way Adesanya beats this guy.
Paulo Costa. Jesus Christ.
You see him beat out. No be fight. Nah, head.
Brain.
He dissected the guy.
Small by small. He nullified him.
They can't give him back.
He can't give. Did that to him.
So now, listen, not be
Let me ask you a question then.
Yeah.
I just want to take it back to your barbering academy that you're going to start soon. That's going to drop like a nuclear bomb.
Boom.
You know, you mentioned, obviously, it's going to be an academy that caters to all types of hair. It's going to be the first
It's
of
not
its
just an
type.
academy. It will have hair classes for women as well.
Okay.
It will also have makeup artistry.
Okay.
Run by one of the finest in
I
the
mean,
game as well.
sounds like it's going to be a mazine, but
Listen.
my question now for you
Go
is,
ahead.
if you look at the likes of, I think like Rihanna, she was one of the first makeup brands, Fenty Beauty, to cater to black skin tones, because a lot of the other makeup brands didn't really rate black skin because that wasn't really their market, right? But then once they saw Rihanna do it, they then started catering to those markets. Do you worry that once you open this academy that caters to all, that the big academies, the 21s you mentioned, I think you said only four of them cater to type 4 hair, they might copy your pattern?
I don't need them to copy. I will send them a proposal and I will show them the need why we should work together in doing that, because I believe when there's a lot, there's enough to feed on, so no need being greedy.
There's enough for everybody.
Yes, so what I'm concerned about is creating the new kind of barbers with the right and complete skill set fit for 21st century challenges.
Okay.
That's my vision.
I like that.
So I will give them an opportunity to come work with us.
So you're not trying to monopolize it, you're willing to share with all the fellow
I told you
academies.
before, I told you before, I'm an Igbo man. We will set
Copyright.
in different ways.
But regardless, though, you know what? I tell you, right? It doesn't matter. Either they stay with you or not.
They don't
You
have,
can't
they don't
erase
have a
the fact
choice.
that this is where.
Let me tell you. The truth is, they don't have a choice. Sometimes, like I said, think for yourself and think for someone else. If we don't give something a name, if we honestly want to educate and enlighten people on the need for change, then let's make it easy.
Okay.
Instead of leaning back and say, oh, they would need me. No, go, you need them. Take the pride away.
Okay. All right.
Make them feel like, come on, we've got work to do for the overall interest of our community. It's not about me.
I feel like Uzi wants to ask something, but no. Yeah?
I think he wants to know what type hair, because I heard there's 4C, 4B, 4G.
What do you mean 4C,
Type
4B?
4, bro. I'm type 4.
No, there's type 4.
Are you
but
type
there's
4? Wait, what type is this one here?
That's the same type 4.
Is this type 4?
You see,
There's segments.
Type 4 segment.
you see us with this, so
Yeah.
myself with, say, Isha and them. We be like those 3 and 4, but 1 and 2 then, and those are both them. And I don't know who do that book. Now we suppose they 1.
1.
But the Bible says
Number
those that
one.
come first will
The
finish
first
last.
shall be the last.
Ah.
I also read the Bible,
Right?
though.
Can we get, yeah.
That's
Okay.
why I say civilization will start for Africa, go end for Africa.
In the name of Jesus. Amen.
They do.
Okay, I want to ask you a question. I'll lighten the mood a little bit.
Okay.
Have you ever done a dead haircut, and what was the client's reaction?
A dead haircut like...
Like a haircut that wasn't that good.
That haircut did not come out correct.
Listen. Oh my God. From the day they bought me clippers, I became a barber.
You've never gone
You've
wrong.
never gone wrong.
I've gone wrong many times. Do I care? No. Was I willing to go wrong again? Yes.
Yes.
Did I give a fuck?
No.
What was my goal? Become the best.
But did your client give a fuck?
Practice as much as you like.
me-
Who? With anybody that sits in my
Scarlett,
chair.
I want to ask you a question. What? Okay, look. Before we round up, because we're hitting that time. I just want to know, right? Which is very important. I think as a barber, this is very, very important. Where did you get your goddamn confidence from? How are you so confident? Because I think that's very key. And I feel like a lot of barbers are good,
I love
but
challenges. I love challenges. Then when I was going to uni, I step into the bus, I step into the train, all I look is people's hair, finding faults, what the barber didn't do right. That's all I did. It was like a nightmare for me. Before I sleep, I finish schoolwork, I go on YouTube. I don't watch barbers in UK. I don't listen. I respect barbers in America. That's why.
Yeah, their pattern is
levels is
different.
crazy.
Their pattern is different.
levels is crazy.
I've actually got my hair.
Have you
cut.
seen that guy that was doing the, you know, this new thing that's going around now? Like, if you're, you know, for guys that are losing their hair and that,
Yeah.
they do this, they
But I don't-
glue it
I
down
don't-
and they
I
shape.
don't support that.
I remember
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
I look at it from the community gain standpoint. If I am walking towards depression, if I'm fighting hard, I shouldn't be leading people in a path that was first stimulated by low self-esteem.
Esteem. Yeah.
You need to accept what you've got. That's why our job here at Headlinerz is to make the best out of
I don't know how
what
real
you've
this can get,
got.
man.
But then, but then women change their hair and stuff.
But
Is that the
remember,
same-
this
yeah.
is the same thing you were accusing the women 10 years ago. They fake, they this, they, and you becoming the fakest nigga ever.
So
That's very
You
fast,
don't agree
though.
with men going to Turkey to get their hairlines fixed?
Listen, if you're gonna do implant to get it fixed, fine. I'm
Okay.
not against that.
But you're talking about the
But you're
gluing.
talking about the gluing
My brother,
So that's not gonna be
hold
offered
on,
here.
Hold on. If you glue your hair here now, spot on, and you go to
Wavelengths.
one remote village in my community back home in Imo State or somewhere, and you don't find a barber that can do that,
What are you gonna do?
you become useless, right? Or stupid. My point is, how long are you gonna keep this?
Keep it a facade.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe just my birthday.
And the anointing is you're making it up because you've got a date
Yeah.
to impress.
Yeah.
But
Following day.
But you will come scream in my ear that the bitch came with a fake ass.
It's hypocritical,
People
isn't
like
it?
fake ass though.
Hypocrite.
Yeah.
No, but that's not the point. That's not the point.
Implant, the part they wear. You know
Oh, yeah.
That-
What do you mean? They wear pads?
You can get fake.
That looks like
I think
oh,
Primark
that
used to do
enhances
it.
your
yeah.
bum, innit?
Yeah.
Enhances your
Huh?
Your derriere.
Backside.
And you can take it off.
yeah. Take it out.
Jesus Christ.
You can buy muscle as well, you know.
What do you mean?
You can even do it in
Yeah,
breast.
enhance your
It's
muscle
the
and
same.
push it up a little.
But what I'm driving to is because just because the world is going mad.
Don't mean you have to join the circus.
No, I've always stood against
He's got his own values.
the crowd. Business is a reflection of me.
Okay.
That is how it should be seen.
Okay.
I will do the best to get.
The best
Bro,
out of what you have.
Bro, listen. It's gone. This is why it is gone.
Nightmare.
What I do a lot in the shop, what we do a lot here, is to educate everyone according to their uniqueness. If I'm gonna put your hairline here, I'll make you understand why. So that if you go to any other barber, you can ask for the same thing because you've already know what your looks are or is.
So you can achieve the same result.
Good. You need to put people in charge of their beauty. It makes them feel good about themselves.
That's
Right?
dope. That's dope.
So if I make you understand why your hair is turning grey, nobody's
attacked.
Yeah, because he's got
I've got a bit of grey. You talk about
he's
me
got
now.
some army growing over there. Some armies are brewing
Do you
over
know
there.
why your hair is going grey?
Please tell us.
Well, I've had it since I was 14. And in my culture, it says that you're
Wise,
a wise man.
which is not true.
A
But go on,
wise
tell him,
rich
tell him,
man.
Jess. Tell
A
him.
wise man once said.
That's me. Come on.
But tell him why he says going great though.
Let me use the common thing you understand. Look at this plant.
Beautiful plant.
Why is there yellow? Why is there green?
This ain't getting sunlight.
What's responsible for the green coloring in this plant?
Oh, is it photosynthesis?
It's called chlorophyll.
It's all part of photosynthesis.
Right?
You're
So-
wrong, nigga.
So let's say the cell responsible for the coloring of this strand is dead.
Been dead a long time.
So,
why it's not
so why
getting
did they
black.
come up with that word of wise man? So that make you feel good?
Because
Don't shit on
I'm
my culture,
asking
bro.
him a question.
He doesn't know my culture though.
No,
the
but
wisest, even the wisest man, King Solomon,
his hair was all black.
no, not even black.
I'm joking.
At one time he messed up. We can't really know without, regardless of how.
Of course not. I'm just joking.
Thank you.
But we're too superstitious as well. But not with our race. There is superstition everywhere.
100%.
Like, I don't walk between
Understanding.
two poles.
Wait, let him finish.
Sorry, I was just letting you know that
sorry,
I'm
Jess. Go on.
superstitious.
The understanding of the Creator and His powers and ability, I'm talking about Jehovah, helps you a lot. Helps you a lot because it helps you understand the signs around you. I don't think I would have high blood pressure because it doesn't matter how deep the problem is. I know that worrying doesn't solve a thing. Alright? Program your mind to take it. It's not the end of the world.
Let me ask you a question. One thing I really suffer with, just a question before we round off, right? I want to be sort of, I'm a stress head. I'm just going to tell you that.
I'm glad you
My
said
mind runs, shut up. My mind runs
Stressing all the
1,000
place.
miles an hour. I'm thinking of like 10 different things at one time. I've got like multiple things. Listen, right now, I've got my hands in like 5, 7, 8 different things. And it's killing me. And on that, it stresses the crap out of me, right? I'm trying to control everything. Even though what you're saying, and I do know as well, I can't control, there's so many things I can control. why is it, what do I need to sort of focus on to kind of like, you know, dissolve all of that?
Good. Why are we here?
Yeah, DT, why are we here?
Don't put it on me. I'm just putting a question out
Man,
there.
ask
And
you a
I'm putting it
question.
back to you. Why are we here?
Why you here?
We're here to obviously have a conversation
About what?
about life, well-being, mental state,
And what does it mean to you?
peace, information.
And why are you worried? Why do you think you're stressed?
I want the best for, you know what it is? I feel like the way my upbringing, the way I grew up, I've been through certain things that obviously since I started having kids and stuff like that, I just feel like I'm responsible. I feel like I need to do whatever I can to make sure they don't go through what I went through. And I feel like I have no room. I have no time. There can't be time off for me.
What I will tell you is congratulations that you feel this way because you want to become a responsible dad and you're doing your best in being a responsible dad. So keep that up. Congratulations. And the second thing I will say to you is you're on the right path. This is what you're doing. We're here. You're going to have the next episode. It's going to keep going. Let me also tell you what works for me.
Please, yeah.
Sometimes clarity of vision. Understand stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, stage 4, stage 5. So this is what you do. Blind your, whichever one that is not the immediate stage is not a problem.
In the name of Jesus.
Amen.
Focus. That's what he's saying.
Which I know where, listen, I know where the academy is going to be.
Yeah.
I know how it's going to be. I know who's going to come. I know what we're going to do. I know where we're going to be in 2 years. Is it possible? Yes, if Jehovah keeps us alive.
Amen.
What do I need to get those things done? That's what I'm doing. And that's why I can beat my chest and tell you at this time next year, we wouldn't be saying the same thing.
Just to give you an example. So basically, from what you're saying, you've set your target. So you do what you have to do, stage by
You
stage.
see those things that brings you worries an indication that you're doing something. To every action, there's an equal reaction. If you're going to dig in deep and get the gold out, then don't tell me the stones are getting into your eyes.
Okay. Right. I'm with you.
I feel like you need a one-to-one.
That's
session.
amazing. No.
Like,
I get it.
I feel like your issue can't be resolved.
No. What he just said right now, I swear to God, I hit me. Yeah, I hear exactly what he's saying.
You sure?
That's amazing.
You
Yeah,
good?
I promise you, I did.
Okay.
I get you,
Well,
Jess. I appreciate that. I swear to God.
Jess, I feel like you're giving me more than I bargained for on this podcast. Honestly, I didn't know all the things we were going to touch on.
Remember what we said.
But listen, you said, I swear to you, you might not know it, but listen.
Well, it changed your life.
Anyways, I swear to
changed
you.
your
I
life.
think podcasts would be nice, with, you know?
What's he saying? Translate.
Translate.
Translate. Wake up, nigga.
You don't even know.
Just go on, man.
No, it's hitting him. No, it's hitting him. He's like thinking, oh my gosh, I've done this.
We're here and you're gone.
No. He's thinking, whoa, based on what Jess is saying right now, what I did yesterday, was it in line?
I still want to know what you just said, though. Do you not know? Is your Igbo limited?
No.
Limited.
What did
His
he just
Igbo is
say?
very deep.
What did he just say?
We friends, groupies, isn't it?
What's he
That
saying?
was what I said.
Look at this guy trying to
Is that what he said?
No, I said, imagine podcasts when herbs were burning, trees were blazing and that. Nice, isn't it?
How did you get groupies from that?
He's saying decoration. He can decorate in different things. Yeah, it could be trainers. It could be anything.
Are you even
So I just put.
Yeah,
I
I didn't know. Easy boys, one.
Okay.
I put my own.
This one here is, I don't know where this one is. It's Ghanaian.
It's,
Can I say? Ashanti.
Etise.
Ashanti.
Yoruba. Fuck off, man. You know Yoruba, man.
He's the Braco Joes.
Shut up. He's Ghanaian. He's Ghanaian. But this is living.
I'm from Uganda. You know in Uganda.
How do you say Ndewo in Uganda? How do you say how are you?
Odiotia.
Oh my God.
Why you man think just long, blood? Why you man think long?
You don't just hate on my language. Odiotia. Come on, G.
How do you respond?
Yo toaster.
Nibulunji.
One's that yo toaster.
Odiotia.
Nibulunji. Yeah,
But
come on,
I'm doing my podcast right now.
Come on.
You know.
Nibulunji. Kampala. You should come Kampala, you know.
Oh,
They love man with
I'm doing my
dreadlocks.
podcast right now. I'm looking mad unprofessional right now.
Very unprofessional.
Yeah, go with my guys right there spotted me. Obviously, you know what it is.
Fonsa.
Sorry,
silent.
my guys right
Anyway,
there.
look, as we round up, I don't know, Uzi, did you have any more questions you wanted to ask Jesse? DT, you're gonna have a personal one-to-one
Listen,
session.
me and Jess, listen.
I think we've got enough today.
I learned so much
A
for this
lot,
man
man.
here, yeah? And this is another reason why, listen,
Give him his
me and this
flowers.
man,
Give him his flowers. Go on.
me and this man here, like, for the first time, I'm gonna tell you lot, yeah? I drive up here, up and down here. You don't know me anyway, designated driver. You know what I do. I be driving every day. I drive up and down here all the time, and I see this shop here. I've always, because it's like glass, kind of like, you know what I mean? So I always see
inviting.
inside. Exactly, I always see inside, like,
Juju now.
now this juju, yeah. So I always feel like this place is nice. This place is nice. But in my opinion,
all kinds of passes, yeah.
what's he saying?
What do you say?
I'm just thinking of the work I have to do.
This
here.
guy.
I'm just thinking of
Shut up, what did he say?
2 hours of editing. That's
Leave
what I'm
him.
thinking
Anyway,
about.
let me finish what I'm saying here, alright? So I've always looked into this, like the glass kind of like doors, and I'm like thinking this shop is nice. But getting back to what you're saying, right, and our conception of what a black barbershop looks like, right? I promise you, I've always felt like this belongs to like a Caucasian, you know them like, because you know how they always do their settings, innit? And I felt like this is like, so one time I was driving and I saw him here cutting hair and I saw a black man with dreads. I thought to myself, oh shit, there's a black man in there that owns, like, at that point I didn't know he owns it, but I feel like there's a black man that working in here, right? I didn't know that at that time. I'm telling them that before that, right? He's an Igbo man, by the way. But yeah, but I thought, yo, there's a black man in this shop with dreads cutting hair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go here. Bear in mind that around that time I've moved around there not too long ago, so I'm looking for a barbershop. My original one was a bit too far, so I was thinking I need to find somewhere local. So I was like, okay, I need to try it out. Whereas from when I saw a black man, I was like, okay, I need to try it out.
Igbo man.
Anyway,
Can
sorry.
you get the...
I'm so sorry. So when I just came
Am
here.
I too black that you can't see the Igbo in me?
Literally.
No, I can't see the Igbo in you. I'm sorry. Just because
Literally.
we're from the same country, I can't see the Igbo in you. But anyways, so I thought, yo, let me just come here. And the first time I came here, the service, again, I said it earlier on, was just
I think this guy wants a free haircut.
on the next
because
level.
he just keeps telling us the same thing.
Listen to me. Scarlett, I'll tell you one thing.
It's not like it's hyping. You need to feel
Jess
the
will
experience.
never, listen to me, Jess will never give you a free haircut. You have to understand that. You are paying for this service, bro.
Yeah, okay.
So I'm not trying to get no free haircut, believe me. But I'm just telling
land
you,
your
lot,
plane.
But we still got 30 free haircuts. That's up for grabs.
Yo, please tell them that your new scorecard, because we need to round up. We need to round up.
We know we're in COVID period.
Yeah.
We know people are losing jobs on the daily. So
Yeah.
if you think you're struggling and honestly you can't afford a haircut,
I
we're
love
giving
that.
out 30 free haircuts.
I love that.
Just
How
call
can
me-
they get involved?
Call me on 07376 122 959. 07376 122.
We're also gonna post your page anyways on our
That's
Call
good,
me
man. God will bless you.
and I'll book a haircut for you.
God will bless you.
Your friends, if you know anyone who's
You're
struggling,
struggling.
What they need to show you to prove that
you
I'm
don't
struggling.
need to prove.
God
just
knows your heart.
honesty.
God
just
knows your
be real
heart.
with yourself.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter your
There you
age,
go. There you
your
go.
gender. If you just need a haircut and you know us at the time you can't afford it, we've got 30 slots. We'll give it. We'll give it.
30.
Is that
Free
just this
zero
month,
slots.
month of October, or
Until it's
has it
done.
finished?
Until
Okay.
it's done.
I have one more. I have
slots.
to round up because we got to round up. I've got one more question for you,
Yeah.
and this is a good one, right? Now, a wise man once said that a man would rather cheat on his wife than cheat on his barber. How important is client loyalty to you? Is it important? Does it matter? Would you feel offended if DT
first
came
of all-
with a
first
haircut
of
from an ex
all-
barber?
Doesn't give a shit.
First of
But
all,
anyways,
what a wise man said, a wiser man counted.
Come on.
I've been making many men cheat on their barber without
Many men.
cheating on their wife.
Hey,
I love it.
Oi.
I love it.
Listen,
I've been the victim.
there is no way, there is no way you will come to Headlinerz and afford not to come back.
He's right.
It is not the
He's
haircut.
right.
We listen.
Experience.
The
He's right.
world, the world has always done without the best. So we're not saying we're the best. We're the best in ourselves.
In what we do.
Okay,
What
I
we
hear that.
do. And we desire to bring out the best of what you got. But while that is going on, we are more concerned about your mental health. That's why when you step in, you find peace.
Okay.
It's the vibe is different. We don't discuss people. We discuss ideas. I've got numbers. I've got dealers. I've got a plumber. Any number. I just need Boris' number as well.
That's what you
I'm
need.
gonna
We'll
get
try
that
and
for you.
get that
Yeah,
for
we're
you.
gonna
Number
find that.
I
10.
need to speak to
Yeah.
Boris.
But listen to what he said. The vibe is different.
So
That's key.
basically, from what I'm saying, you're saying is, if DT goes to get another haircut from someone else and comes back, you will not be offended.
No.
Yeah.
I will be laughing because I will
I'll tell you that.
I will see the different. I know my.
Listen, he know. Listen, I'm not gonna tell you. The third time I came
listen,
in,
the way I set your hairline, if a barber touches it,
I know.
will know.
No,
will
just I'm
know.
trying to tell
Okay.
them. The first time when I come, I'd been to because when I came here,
I
he wasn't
love it.
here.
I love
There was
it
someone
when-
else
I
here.
love it when clients go to other barbers. That's
Yeah.
the only way they know our value.
No, but just I'm trying to tell him.
Okay.
Yeah, just I'm trying to. So I came here and he wasn't around. It was one of the Vogue guys. Like, no, I'm not letting up. It only just can cut my hair. So I went to my old barber, right? When I finally came back after that to him, he was like, bro, you know your left side is not this. It's been moved. Like
so you
he
knew
knows.
where you left
Like
it,
listen, he
and it had been
knew.
moved.
He knew.
There is. You know why we're fantastic. You know why we're coming. You know why people keep coming back. Because we didn't just do the craft like people are doing. We dissected and studied it and
I appreciate
reinvented. We questioned some theories and we reinvented a workable approach. I can show you a recording of a fade I did in 16 minutes. People will struggle for 40 minutes to get that done.
Come on. I feel like this place is scientific, like attention to detail. Do you know what I mean?
Because
And I look forward.
Oh God,
What does that mean?
Time is money, one day.
Time is money.
Time is
one
money.
day.
Oh God, no time.
Come on.
What's it again?
Oh God,
Oh God, Doro.
Listen.
Time is money, my
I
guys.
look forward to trying out this experience, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying, to see if it lives up to what the DT's been saying and DT's been shouting about.
Listen, I'm here.
Listen, you've been amazing and I appreciate you.
And I will say
Oh,
this.
we ain't done yet.
If you think you want to kind of improve your black experience as a barber,
Yeah.
we got you. But you got to pay a little something.
Okay, so
Well,
you willing to train
We got
people.
you.
Okay,
But yeah.
cool. Listen, thank you for having us.
Thank you,
It's been
thank
an
you.
amazing
Look,
episode.
just appreciate
Bro,
you,
it's
bro.
been a great
I really
episode.
appreciate
I
you,
appreciate
bro.
you.
Supposed to be.
We'll sanitize.
We're gonna sanitize now.
Oh, no, it's been
Us
great.
we go, yeah.
It's been great.
It's been amazing.
Oi!
Oh, cameraman.
Class 11. Where did we start?
Listen,
Yeah,
we've
so
out
it's
here.
been great. Thank you for having us here. Hopefully we'll come back again.
Definitely.
To our viewers, please like, share, subscribe, hit the like button.
Is it possible if I invite you guys on a recent development for me to talk about?
It's up to you. Like, it's just you got my number. You know,
On
we're
one
here.
condition.
What do you
that
mean?
Everybody will got trees burning while we're talking.
Listen, if you can set up, if you can set up, we'll burn some trees.
Listen.
We'll burn some
We'll
trees.
talk
But
about
yo,
that. Don't worry. We'll talk about
It's
that.
been fun. Yo,
It has been fun. Please follow us on Instagram,
Share,
In My Opinion
share,
Podcast
share.
UK. Follow us on Twitter, IMO Pod UK. Facebook, In My Opinion Podcast UK. We are on Spotify, Apple Podcasts. It's In My Opinion, all one word, podcast. Listen, we appreciate your support. Thank you for having us just again.
And this
We-
is the what? Headliners live.
Headliners, we here. Headliners
Live.
Barbers in
On
Headliners
Trafalgar-
Barbershop, Trafalgar
Trafalgar.
Road, Greenwich High Street,
Greenwich High
opposite
Street.
the Tesco. It's your boys and we're out.
They love
Peace.